new Dragon of the Month has been revealed, and my goodness, is he a fiery, beautiful boy. So this is the Tower Dragon, who will be next in the tarot card sort of dragon collection coming in the next month to DML. So this Tower Dragon here is a legendary fire and energy dragon. All things considered, that's not too bad because double AoE can actually be useful in the dungeon. But mainly I just like the design on this guy. He's got some nice fire and I really like the eggs design. He almost looks like a very pretty wall. You know, like a brick house that they would have in like medieval Europe or something. A very fiery brick house. But anyway, this is the Tower Dragon. And you can see him in-game because there was a new update added. So obviously we've got the Fates of Summer, we've got the Fates of Autumn. And this is going to be the first dragon as part of the Fates of Winter. So obviously this means that now there's only really a few more options that they could go with for the final two. Because since these are all based on, you know, tarot stuff, it means that they're all the something, like the Lovers, the Tower. There's a lot of different things, you know. If you've ever played Binding of Isaac or other games, they were all in that. And a few other pieces of media. But very, very cute looking legendary. I'm a fan. I look forward to him. So make sure that you do have, you know, breeding relics ready if you're going to use them. We'll take a look at what some of the best combinations are going to be going into that. But in the meantime, I guess we'll keep rebreeding Lava plus Wind. Because, you know, we want free DCP. Happy me. And that should be all good. On top of that, apparently the names for the upcoming divines have been revealed. And now the only reason that I'm not going to go through that quite yet is because they don't have the image files for them out yet. So rather than actually doing like a, you know, these are the new divines, I actually want to see them first. So we got that teaser the other day from that Facebook video of those people walking around the mountains. So I would love to actually see what the dragons are. And then I'm sure from then the teasing for the next divine event will continue from that point. But the question is, what time frame is it actually going to be over? Is it going to be through like the whole of Christmas? Is it going to happen before Christmas? I am not sure. It could be. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Mainly, I think a lot of people in the upcoming divine event are waiting for an Earth divine. Because, you know, we just got Homala in the last event, or most people did, that, you know, needed an ancient, and a lot of people were actually, you know, informed enough to know that Homala was going to be the best choice, because, you know, ancient water, which means that's 2 of the essential elements, and plus Homala does have AoE as well, in the form of light. So if you take Homala, essentially you've got almost all of the parts that you need for like a basic dungeon team. So now the only thing that they'd need would be an Earth Divine. So Gameloft, I really truly hope that one of the new divines or any of the returning divines have Earth. Otherwise you may have some very, very salty people waiting on a divine, because, you know, for people like me that we've already got divines and ancients is not really too much of an issue. It's mainly for the people that don't have divines and ancients yet. They're the people that are waiting for these dragons, waiting to see what comes up in the new events, and then obviously you have to actually get them, which means that yes, save your gemmers just in case there is a useful divine. If there isn't a useful divine this time, well, I guess have fun waiting another 4 months. Because it does seem at the moment that we are having major events sort of every 2 months. You know, ancient divine, ancient divine, ancient divine, skipping the holiday actual events. Or I guess they're sort of combining them. Like we get holiday events intertwined with divine and ancient events now. Which, I know a few people don't like that idea. It was just like, I just want to enjoy Christmas without having to do a major event. But at the same time, I do feel for players that don't have divines or ancients yet, so making them more readily available is also a good thing. I just wish that we had, like, a permanently breedable singular divine or ancient. Like, you can make it really bad, but I just wish that we could have, like, one of them. Like, I know that we've got the shop dragons that you can purchase with gems, but can't we have one that we can actually, you know, breed like a really bad one, give it really bad stats. Give it legendary stats, I don't care. At least it would be slightly interesting for a little bit, right? But anyway, still, I guess the only other thing that I really know about the upcoming Divine event is that they have confirmed that it will be a fest. So that's going to mean Dungeon is going to be a big part of it, probably. So get your Dungeon teams pseudo ready. Oh god, I've used the wrong dragons in this. No, those level 30s are definitely not going to beat the level 86s with full 12 stars. No, not sure about that one. Don't think that's going to work. But yeah, anyway, like in this meantime, you can actually do some map progression and not worry about Dungeon too much. But as always, just make sure that you have your team ready, or you have enough resources ready to level up your team just before the event. Because the idea is that you need to have a dungeon team ready if you want to be able to grind out the dungeon and actually get all the dragons. So you need to be ready for when it does happen. So, you know, especially if you spent all of your gems during the Ancient event like I did, having enough gems for the Divine event, whoo-wee, I don't know if that's going to happen. Maybe it will. Maybe I'll get another, like, 600 gems between now and then. Don't know how that would happen. Maybe, though. But especially if you're free to play, be careful with your gems, get your stuff ready, and it's not like it's going to be tomorrow or anything like that. Or if it was, then I would happily eat my words, but, you know, in terms of what to expect, we're not 100% sure yet. We do have their names, but we don't have the dragons or their elements yet, I don't believe. So stay tuned for all of that. But I thought I better do some of my blue map fights here because, you know, I haven't really been logging into DML as much because we got to the end of the Ancient event and, you know, I usually get quite tired of the game after the events are over. Like, I just need a break, a little bit of a break. But we got some more of our resources here, which is fantastic. And aside from that, there's not really too much else going on apart from Cake Craze stuff. And honestly, I've not really been checking Cake Craze. Well, we do have a legendary recipe. Maybe I can still get it done in 3 days? No, there's like no way. Surely there's no way. I guess I should still collect it. If you are doing Cake Craze, just remember that you can still collect the epic ingredients and legendary ingredients, just don't collect any rares or uncommons. They don't really help you out. But you only need to really do legendary recipes, so good luck. I hope that you manage to get cheesecake if you're going for it. I just don't care about Cake Craze enough. I just do not find it an enjoyable event, so I don't take part. But, anywho skis, like I said, keep on the lookout for any more upcoming information, and remember that you can check that new The Tower Dragon in-game in the Fates of Winter, but would I recommend you actually use him on a team? Probably not, because he's a legendary, but if for some reason you need a legend, I don't know, maybe you've got like a 7-dragon team or something weird, or a 6-dragon team, you could use him. Because again, energy can be useful for stuff, and fire's really good in the dungeon for the tasks, so you could use this guy if you already have like a main team with Divines and Ancients. He's not the best option ever, but you could use him if you really wanted to. But, anywho, I appreciate you being here, thank you for joining me, and until next time, I hope to see you then.